So after seeing Playing with Fire, I went and saw Last Christmas, the new romantic comedy from the director Paul Feig. Paul Feig, if you don't know who he is, he's the guy who's made Bridesmaids, Spy, recent Ghostbusters, all female Ghostbusters movie that everybody loves. Uh, he's a director like he also did A Simple Favor, which was a pretty fun little film. I remember seeing last year. I remember being a pretty good thriller slash comedy. I like him as a director, I always have, and like when I heard he was making a new movie, a new Christmas movie called Last Christmas, I was like, all right, cool. I got this again, like a lot of these trailers, a lot of these movies that I see nowadays. I got the trailer for this quite a lot, and yeah, like I literally sometimes I would just walk out of the theater for a while this trailer is playing, so I didn't have to watch this trailer again because I was tired of it. It got to that point, but I was looking forward to it. It looked like a little sweet little romantic comedy. That, like I said, it was from a director that I really liked, and it was also featuring predominantly George Michael's music. That was like, obviously it was a big hit with the title of the movie, since one of George Michael's famous songs is "Last Christmas." It only makes sense that it's a movie that's going to feature predominantly George Michael's music. So I hadn't gotten I've been trying to stay away from like reviews of this movie, but I'd heard quite a bit about this movie, more than any other movie this weekend. A lot of people were telling me you have to see this shit for one particular reason, so I was kind of excited. It wasn't getting great reviews, but a lot of people were talking about one certain thing about it. I'll talk about that when I get into the review. So I was kind of curious with this movie. It piqued my curiosity more than I already, like, my curiosity, was already... I was already interested in the movie, but my curiosity even was amped up even more because of the things I was hearing about it. So, yeah, I liked it Last Christmas. It was fine. It's a sweet movie that gets really fucking ridiculous. Like, has some wacky shit in it. Man, this movie has some really, really wacky cheeseball shit in it that, like, will make it very memorable. And I'll talk about that in a minute. But, yeah, I liked it enough. It was fine. It's probably one of the weaker Paul Feig movies. This and, like, Ghostbusters are probably his weakest movies to date. I didn't hate Ghostbusters, but it was probably like I didn't love it. Like I didn't hate that movie as much as a lot of people did. I didn't love it either, but I was like in the middle about that movie. So, but yeah, this movie is fine. I like Emilia Clarke. She's just too damn adorable. I don't know, like if it's just me, but every time I see her, she just like she has like one of the most adorable personalities I've ever fucking seen. I never watched Game of Thrones, for anybody asked me. But it's like it's really hard not to like her, like somewhat. She just has an adorable personality and a face that you just kind of love. That sounds weird to say, but yeah. But she's good in this movie. Like at first, when I saw the trailers of this, I was thinking like, is this like a female version of Bad Santa? And at first, it kind of seems like it, but it's like more like almost. Seems like it's going in a little bit of the Hallmark Christmas movie territory, but a lot better acted than those movies. And it's got a better cast and a better budget and a better director. It's a movie about this character's obviously got some real big flaws in her life, and a real big flawed person who's got some, misfortunes happening to her, right and left, a lot of them being her own fault. And you see, like, this person is just really down on her luck, and it also has a really big love for George Michael's music. That's where he predominantly is featured. Why he's predominantly featured in this movie. One of the reasons why he's predominantly featured in this movie is because of her love for. She's a singer who one of her biggest idols is George Michael, and yeah. Henry, what's that guy's name? Henry Golding? Is that saying his name right? Let me look it up real quick before I forget. I think that's his name. The guy from Crazy Rich Asians. Fucking damn it. What's his name in here? God damn it. Henry Golding. Yeah, Henry Golding. Sorry, yeah. Henry Golding. He's goddamn charming of an actor. He's like a charming dude. Like, he kind of really likable kind of guy. He's basically playing the same kind of character you would see in something like Crazy Rich Asians. It's not too much of a different character. One of the weirdest castings in this movie was Emma Thompson. That was okay, because Emilia Clarke plays a person or a girl who is a Yugoslavian immigrant in London, England. I didn't know this took place in London, England until the movie started. I was like, oh, this movie takes place in London? I thought it was like New York or something. Like, no, I didn't know that. And then also I didn't know the fact that this character is supposed to be Yugoslavian, and so is Emma Thompson. So because of that, Emma Thompson has like this weird Russian-esque accent, and it's really fucking weird because I know what Emma Thompson sounds like, and it's just so weird and distracting. Every time she pops up and she's like supposed to be this kind of strict mother who's got like I said, this Russian accent, and it's fucking weird. It is really weird. It's kind of funny though. But she is good in it. I like Emma Thompson. I still like Emma Thompson. She's a really good actress. I know she wrote this movie too. Because one of the reasons why she was a big fan of George Michael. And she wanted to got permission to do this movie by George Michael. So that's cool. Who's the girl who, Michelle Yeoh, who plays the store owner that is the boss of Emilia Clarke. She calls herself Santa throughout this whole movie. I liked her a lot in this movie. Every time I see her in a movie, she's really fucking funny. She was good in like Crazy Rich Asians as that bitchy mom, and she's really funny in this movie. She has some pretty goddamn good lines in this movie. Like I said, this movie is pretty funny and sweet. Like, for the most part, I'm sitting like, I was watching this movie, I'm like, yes, it's harmless and sweet and kind of forgettable, and you know, it's fine, but it's like I said, it's forgettable, but it's nothing really made it stand out, but it's like, you know, it was harmless. It was a better, well-acted, but well-directed version of a Hallmark movie, almost felt like at times. And then, as a lot of people have pointed out in reviews, and this is one of the reasons why I was looking forward to watching this movie gets weird. It gets really fucking weird. It gets wacky. It really gets wacky in the last half hour, like 15 minutes of this movie. There's a fucking twist in this movie that I like. That's all I kept hearing about in this movie. I'm not gonna spoil it. I won't. I won't. In this movie that like I saw coming. Like, okay, I knew about half the twist of this movie. There's like two parts of this twist that happens like in the last 15 minutes that I saw. Even if I didn't know about it, I would have saw coming because it's just blatantly obvious. It's like, just, yeah, if you've seen any movies ever like I have, you would guess it pretty fucking easily. Like, the twist of this movie. One part of the twist of this movie. Because, like, I'll just say this. Throughout the movie, when Henry Golding pops up in this movie, he just pops up at random and just like out of nowhere. Like, he pops up like, and it's always when Emilia Clarke is like in a downturn in her life and having some issues or having a dilemma and stuff like that. And after she has a talk with him, she starts to turn life around, like, in certain ways. And then he keeps popping up whenever she is having problems or something like that. That's pretty much like how this movie is going, and like he disappears for long periods of time, like no explanation. And like I said, when you know that as you're watching this movie, you probably can guess the twist. It's like M. Night Shyamalan-esque twist. Twist. That's almost kind of spoiling it, but then they throw another little humdinger at you. A little bit of a humdinger at you that I didn't know about. And when it happened, I went, what? And why? And then it started to fucking dawn on me when this twist happened. This is the reason why. There is a reason why that this movie's called Last Christmas. Think about when you watch this movie, and you're watching as the twist unfolds, think about the lyrics to Last Christmas. And when you remember the lyrics to Last Christmas, you go, oh, for fuck's sake. I was like, oh my god, this is cheesy. This is so lame. I'm like, this is so lame and cheesy, man. Like, oh wow. like this movie just really went there for the cheesy cheeseball wackiness. Like, this is what is gonna, like I said, I'm gonna give credit for this movie. Like, it was a movie that didn't stand out until before that. But man, once that twist happened, you're like, it's almost like best way to describe the twist without spoiling it is like almost like 7 Pounds-esque of a twist. Remember that movie 7 Pounds with Will Smith and that awful piece of shit? It's kind of like that. Man, it's hard to explain that twist without spoiling it. I don't want to spoil it, so I'm just not. It is so wacky. It is such a cheeseball ending. Like I said, there's a reason why it's called Last Christmas. Like I said, all you have to do is remember the lyrics to that song. Hell, there's even a part in this movie where she's describing, she had an illness at one point, and she describes that she almost died and had to have a heart transplant. And she talks about how last Christmas I gave them my heart and they threw it away. I swear to God, it's a line in this fucking movie. I'm like, it's like that's just stupid and cheesy. And like I said, but I didn't know what was about to hit me with that was even worse with the cheesiness later on. I'm thinking, Jesus, man. Yeah, I did like this movie. Even if this movie is cheesy and fucking has one of the most wacky twist endings I've seen in a while, I liked this movie. I did. Even with the twist ending, I kind of recommend it just to see the wackiness of it. Yeah, I didn't hate it. It's fine. They're probably gonna be. I guarantee you stuff like Doctor Sleep's gonna be a lot better than this. But if you want to take your girlfriend or something like that, or significant other to a romantic movie, this is a decent sit. It's not that bad. Trailers. I got the new trailer for Bombshell. This is the first trailer that shows the whole plot of it, where it's like Nicole Kidman's playing Gretchen Carlson. That's fucking weird. Charlize Theron's playing Megyn Kelly, and they did a really amazing job making her look like her. And Margot Robbie's playing some kind of intern, and they are basically the three that are responsible for taking down Roger Ailes, and it's about that story, how they helped take down Roger Ailes, like who was seeking sexual favors from people like Margot Robbie to get ahead in the company, or on Fox, head of Fox News, getting advancing Fox News and everything else like that. It looks interesting. I'm sure Fox News is gonna hate this movie. It does look interesting. I'm surprised it's not directed by like Adam McKay. It's from Jay Roach, which is weird. I almost expected this is something Adam McKay would do, but it's surprisingly not. Yeah, I do look forward to that movie. And then I got a new trailer, shorter trailer for that Good Liar, which I never even really talked about. That's coming out this week too. It's Helen Mirren and who's it? Ian McKellen is like this swindler or this con man who cons like older women in stealing their fortune, and he's going after Helen Mirren. That's why I got out of it. It looks pretty good. I heard decent reviews for it, so it's got a great cast. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm sure that's probably not going to do well because I'll bet you not a lot of people know about it. So yeah, that's as far as trailers go. I still got to see over the next few days Midway and Doctor Sleep, and until then, I will talk to you guys later.